And for more updates on the penguin invasion of Canada, please check back at our 5 p.m. broadcast. Next up, we want to share with you a story of urgent importance. You see, everyone is born with a biological sex somewhere on the spectrum of male to female. This sex is defined by what sexual organs you have. Everybody has a set of organs of some type, but we here at KNHS Channel 7 News have noticed a growing phenomenon that people don't always understand what organs they have, or what other people have, or even how to take care of this part of their body. So we put together this little segment for you called Your Parts. On the one hand, there are people who are defined by biology as having the male sex. These people have a penis, testicles, and prostate. On the other hand, there are people who are defined by biology as having the female sex and have a uterus, vagina, breasts, and ovaries. We're going to focus on these two sets of parts because they're very common, but you should know that there are plenty of people whose biology has put them somewhere in between what we call male and female. Or there are people who are transsexual who change how they express their gender and may even choose to change the sexual organs that they have. Stay tuned to this station for a video talking about transsexual and transgender health. For now, let's focus on the different parts that define male and female sex at birth and how to care for these parts. Those who have male parts have a penis and testicles on the outside. On the inside, it's a bit more complicated. These organs are used during sex to deliver sperm into the female vagina in order to fertilize her egg and create a baby. Sperm are produced in the testicles and from there travel through the epididymis to the vas deferens, which are both tubes that help the sperm mature and transport it to the prostate, which helps make the semen that sperm travel in. Once the semen plus sperm leave the prostate, they travel through another tube called the urethra in the penis in a process called ejaculation, where the sperm is catapulted from the man into the woman. Alternatively, the penis can be placed in the anus during intercourse by homosexual or heterosexual couples. Stimulating the prostate gland this way is one source of male arousal and stimulation. That's the very basics of all the parts someone who is of the male sex might have. Those who have female parts have breasts on the outside, a vaginal opening between the urethral opening where the urine comes out and the anus where the poop comes out, and a clitoris above the urethral opening. The vagina is where the penis is often inserted during sex, and connected to the vagina above is the uterus, where a baby would grow if the female were pregnant. Connected to the uterus are the fallopian tubes, which lead to the ovaries where the eggs are stored. Generally speaking, the vagina and the clitoris are the parts involved in sexual intercourse and pleasure, and the uterus, fallopian tubes, and ovaries are involved with getting pregnant. You may have also heard about the cervix, which is the place where the vagina ends and the uterus begins. The female breasts are where milk is produced for the baby during and after pregnancy, but they can be involved in sex because of their role in pleasure, arousal, and stimulation for both partners. The clitoris is likewise used for stimulation and pleasure of the female during sexual intercourse. Unfortunately, there is not as much scientific research or knowledge about the female sexual organs as there is about the male organs. So, if these are the body parts you have, how do you keep them healthy? It's good to know that, like all the other parts of your body, your doctor knows a lot about all the sex-specific body parts and can gently check them over and answer your questions about them, whether you've had problems with them or just want to make sure that you're healthy. Since these parts can get injured or get diseases due to sex, one way to stay healthy is to use protection such as a condom. If you do get a sexually transmitted disease, you should definitely go to your doctor and get treatment. Remember, your doctor is required by law to keep all of your health information private. Once you turn 50, a person with male parts should begin getting a prostate exam each year. Going to the doctor each year for a physical is important, especially as you get older, since you will be at an increased risk of cancer, such as prostate cancer. Your doctor will feel the prostate to make sure it's the right shape and size. They'll also do a penis, testicle, hernia, and rectal exam just to make sure that everything's healthy. For those with female parts, it is important to be checked for possible breast cancer and cervical cancer. It's recommended that once you turn 21, or as soon as you become sexually active, you start going to your doctor at least once every 3 years to get a pelvic exam and a test called a pap smear that will check whether or not you have cervical cancer. Your doctor will also perform a breast exam at this time to check for breast cancer. Females also get something called a mammogram, a special x-ray to screen for cancer, starting around the age of 50. One very interesting recent discovery is that there's a virus called human papillomavirus, or HPV, which can cause genital warts, anal cancer, and cervical cancer. Women and men can be infected by HPV, and it is transmitted sexually. What is really cool is that scientists have developed a vaccine against HPV if you are not already infected. You can get the HPV vaccine from your doctor, and it's a really good idea to get vaccinated before you start having sex. Males and females should get vaccinated. We here at KNHS News hope that you have found this broadcast to be both informative and awesome. Next up, the zombie apocalypse. Will it happen later today or tomorrow? We'll let you know.